All right, so one thing that you may not have given a lot of thought to, but really is important to you having a positive experience on the worship team is your in-ear mix. Now, you may or may not realize that we use in-ear monitors, which is like an earbud that goes in your ear, and this is going to be your connection to the team. Like this is how you're going to hear everything that's going on. So getting a good mix is super important, but it's not always the most intuitive. It's not always the most natural thing to do. So I want to give you a little instruction on how to do that. So first of all, before I even get into the mixing, I would recommend having a good pair of earbuds. You can have the best mix in the world, but if you have a junky pair of earbuds, then it's not going to sound good. We provide earbuds here, but they're not the best in the world. I would recommend getting the worship team recommendation is a Westone Pro 10. There's the first generation, which runs about $89, and then there's a current model, which runs a little bit more. But these are the kind, they're going to sound really good. And they have a detachable cord, so if you start to go out in one ear, you don't have to buy them over again. You just buy a new cable, and you can keep the earbud part. But that aside, I will do a follow-up video on how to use the interface. Um, that some people are going to be using the iPad, some people are going to be using like an actual little personal mixer. I'll do a separate video on that. But for now, I just want to talk about the principles. And the first thing you want to do, whether you're asking for it from the sound guy or you're mixing it yourself, is you want to have a meter reference. And it could be the drummer, but it should just be the click track. I mean, you need to have the click track up in your ears so you can hear what's going on. So you want a meter reference, and then you want a pitch reference. And the pitch reference could be a piano player, it could be a guitar player, it could be the lead singer, but you want somebody that you're going to be able to go off of pitch-wise. And then you want to have yourself in there. And after that, you don't want a lot more other things. If you start adding a bunch of instruments, some people like to mix the whole band in there, but it starts to muddy up the mix and it starts to make it difficult to pick apart the individual instruments and hear yourself. So you start turning things up more and more, and then it gets really loud and you're not happy. So keep it simple. You want a meter reference, you want a pitch reference, and then you want yourself. After that, if you do choose to put other things in there, make sure they're panned so it's not just all in the center. Pan it to the left or to the right, and it'll help give you some distinction between the things going on. Also, there is a talkback channel in there, and that is so the sound guy or the producer or whoever can talk to you in your ears. So make sure that that is turned up. And yeah, so if you have any questions on that, let me know. I'd love to work with you. But having a good in-ear mix is super important to having a great experience on the worship team. So yeah, get a good pair of earphones, meter reference, pitch reference, and yourself, and don't muddy it up with too much stuff. All right. Thanks so much.